this tutorial, I'm going to quickly show you how to add a new course page to your ePortfolio, especially for those courses where you might need a duplicate page that's not included in your template, or maybe you need a page for a certain course that isn't a gen designation, such as like a Math 980. You can see this one doesn't have a designation, or sometimes you're taking a course that is designated but there isn't a page for it, like some of these human relations pages here. And so on. So what we're going to do here, you can use this template or this video, my apologies, for that type of situation here. We're going to start with the coursework section here, so just make sure you're on the coursework page, and you're going to list your course somewhere in one of the categories here. If it's already listed, you're just going to duplicate that. So for example, in my example here, I'm going to use a second LW course. So you can see here I have two of those. Because of that, I'm just going to put one under the other. But if you have anything else that isn't listed up here, you would just list it here, including like human relations or something else like that where it is designated, but maybe it's not in one of these areas here because it's not part of your main degree. So yeah. Any questions on that, you just list it down here. Otherwise, list them underneath the correct category. So in here, I'm just going to double click and it will turn blue here and allow me to type. I'm going to type right after this first one. And I'm just going to copy this part because I know that that's what I need. So I'm just going to right click, copy. I'm going to paste it here. And then we're going to put it in the course number and then the course name. So if you go to your academics and records, it's going to be the subject and course first, and then the course title. I like to just highlight my course title and copy this because then I don't have to type that. But we're going to be putting HLC 1057 right in front, but let's go ahead and type that in. And we're just going to paste the other part like so. All right, so the next thing would be to hyperlink this part, which we can't do quite yet just because we don't have that page yet. But go ahead and add all the other pages that you need wherever you think they should go. Then scroll to the top, and we're going to be working in this kind of black area here on the right. If you move your mouse right in this area, you should see a lock. Click the lock, and then you're going to move your mouse back on top of the menu and click on the pencil. Once you click on the pencil, you can go ahead and add your page by clicking on Add New Page. And then you can name this after your course. My recommendation is to name it after the course number. So in my case, it would be HLAC 1057. If you have a designation, make sure you put the abbreviation in. So mine is LW. And again, you can check that on your academics and records, like right after the course name. Alright, so now that we have that in, we're just going to drag this up where it's supposed to go alphabetically. Since this is LW, I want to stick it right underneath LW, my first LW course right there. So one thing that I do suggest is when you have more than one in each section, I think it's best to have a something like this where you have the designation header and then you have your pages underneath. So this one we already designated as our first HLAC page, my 1052 here. So what I'm going to do is turn this into the HLAC 1052, and then we're going to add a header. But let's go ahead and do that first. I'm going to highlight this and copy it so I don't have to type it. Copy, add new page, and we're going to paste this here. So just be really careful as to which page is which. So I'm going to make this the top one, drop it there. We're going to rename this one, our other one. And now you have the 3 pages that you need. So what we're going to do is move over to the lifelong wellness and turn this to a header first. Click on the wheel, click on heading, and then click the wheel again. And then that should be a heading. Now you can drag this one over and then line this one up as well. So be careful not to make this go too far because then that will make it a subpage of the other page. So just line those up and then add any other pages that you need and then click on save. For any of the pages that you don't need like a header like this, so if you just have the one human relations course, you could write human relations parentheses HR. If it's a course like your math algebra, probably would go under a different section, probably pretty close to your quantitative literacy. It's not quite a QL, but it is math related. In that type of situation, you might just write this portion and not write the abbreviation, and then you can just put it in alphabetical order. So make sure you organize that so it makes sense and it's consistent. Click on save. And then what we're going to do is hover over coursework, and we're going to hover over our new page. Sorry, I'm just going to click on the side there. And let's lock this as well. Looks like it's not working with this well. Alright, so I locked that. You can rewind this video if you need to watch that again. But we're going to hover over our page, and we're going to copy link address. Now we're going to go back to the box that we were working in. I'm going to double click, highlight the stuff that we wrote, and click on the paperclip link. You're going to paste in this bar here and click on the check mark. Once you're done, go ahead and click on the side or whatever you want, and then go to the top and publish changes. And now that should turn blue. If you click on this one, it's going to be a blank page, so I'm just going to open this in a new tab. And I'm going to open the first one that we had in a different tab. So this was linked in a different video. So let's look at the first one that we had, which was the 1052. So the 1052 is going to look normal like this. Your new page, any new pages that you make are going to look blank like this one. So this is our 1057. So what you're going to do when you get on this page is click on add content. And this is probably one of the only times I'm going to ask you to click one of these tiles here. Usually you don't want to do that because it's going to add some extra pages that you don't want. But in this case, we do want a new course add-on template. So we're going to click on the new course add-on template and click on use this template. And just click on save settings and add, and it's going to populate all the boxes that we need in here. So go to this gray section now that you have that populated. Click on the trash can and type the word in red. So this looks like it says delete. I'm just going to copy and paste it in there and then click on yes, delete it. Alright, so now that this is set up so that we can start using this however you want to set it up, or the way that your professor is asking you to set it up. Just one thing to note here, if you don't have a course designation, you can go ahead and just ignore this part and go straight to the course number and name, just like so. If you do have the designations here, make sure you populate that in. So this one would be lifelong wellness. If it's something like human relations, make sure you put that in, and then put in the abbreviation. This would be LW. For human relations, for example, it would be HR, and then you put your course number and name in there, just like how we had it here. So you could actually just copy the text here, and you could paste it in here if you chose to. Alright, so from here on, go ahead and watch the other tutorials to learn how to set up the rest of this page and add different assignments to this.